Hi YouTube, it's Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys how to blend two paint colors on a piece of furniture. Now, blending paint can be kind of difficult. Everybody has different techniques and methods out there on YouTube. My best advice to people is just find a method that you're comfortable with and just go for it. It shouldn't be too difficult to blend two paint colors, but it can be if you just don't know some of the tricks and tips. So in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you all about blending paint on furniture. But first, can I give you just like a little confession? I'm down in my basement and it's New Hampshire and it's kind of cold right now. Like right now outside, I think it's like 20 degrees. And I normally don't wear a t-shirt down in the basement because it's cold. And when I'm not YouTubing and trying to look semi-decent, I call it my mom robe. So this is what I'm normally wearing down here when I'm painting. And I've gotten paint all over it and I don't care. And it keeps me very snug and warm and I love it. But I just want to show you, this is the real me. This is how I really paint, is in this, down here in my basement. Me is the project that I'm currently working on. It's going to be a nautical ocean themed type dresser. I'm going to be putting this beautiful ocean scene transfer on the front drawers, and on the sides I'm going to be blending two colors. So with blending paint, you want to start with, probably if you're just starting out learning how to blend, don't start with trying to blend more than two colors. You'll just make a mess of a project. Trust me, I know, I've been there. So just start simple. Get two colors, probably like a white and a gray, a white and a blue, a white and some other color. I would say start there. The materials that you're going to need, you're going to need 3 paint brushes. And what I suggest is get 2 smaller brushes like this, these two. Okay, and those are going to be your colors. One is going to be for your white, and in this case for me, one's going to be for my light blue. And then you're going to need a blending brush. That's where your third brush comes in. And make that one a little larger. For me, I love Klingon brushes. I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying I personally love them. They've done wonders for me to step up my painting game. I've noticed they help me blend colors better and I get less brush strokes when I paint with them. And then also they don't shed. They're fabulous. They're a little more expensive than your regular chalk paint brushes, but another thing I'm learning, just if you're into this, if you do this as a business, a side hobby, definitely tools, good tools make all the difference. The other thing that you're going to need is this. It's a mister. Not like a mister, like a guy mister, but like a water mister. Boop, boop. I don't know why I just did that. I am such a dork. Anyways, get yourself a water mister. These are great because they spray water, if you saw that, continuously. If you get a regular spray bottle, it's just going to go like in one spot and it's just gonna drip down your project. You don't want that unless you're going for drip marks, but I'm personally not a big fan of drip marks. So you wanna get a spray mister. You can get these on Amazon. Usually hairstylists get this type of water bottle. So this is the type you're gonna look for. They run about $15. I will put a link below this YouTube video where you can order this. These are fabulous. These help a lot with blending. With blending, you need to keep your surface wet. So that's why it's imperative that you get one of these. All right, let's get to blending. I'm gonna show you how to do it first on a drawer front, okay? Okay guys, let's talk about what I've done so far. So far, I've just done one side of the dresser. I'm still going back to touch up this blending. As you can see, I don't like how square my white area is over here. I want it to look more blended, more like an oval in the center of it, I want this to be blended better here. Right now the lines are still too harsh for me, but it's a good go round for my first coat of paint blending it. So what you're gonna find with blending, you're gonna do it once and then you're gonna let it dry and then you're gonna go back to it and touch it up. You can keep touching it up, adding water to the surface to get it to how you want it to look. Some people like more of a real subtle blend. Some people like it more exaggerated. It's all your preference on how you want it to look. But I think with starting to learn how to blend paint is just like, how do you do it? How do you even begin the process? So I am a big proponent on prepping your furniture. And I say that with enthusiasm because some people just don't do it. They start painting a piece without prepping the surface. So just so you know, what I did on this piece, I did sand the finish off. It was very thick, very glossy. So I sanded it off. And then what I did is I added 2 coats of shellac because this is like a redwood, like a mahogany. And if I'm painting light colors, if I don't apply shellac, I'm gonna get bleed through and tannins. And that is a big headache to deal with after you've painted, is to get that bleed through. So I sanded, I did 2 coats of shellac, and then I did 1 coat of white paint. It's just regular latex paint that I have laying around, just to have a little bit of color on it before I use my good chalk paint. The paint that I'm gonna be using, and if I mess up this name, I apologize again. People have been correcting me. It's MAISON Blanche. Somebody told me it's not Blanche, it's Blanche, because it's French. There you go, there's the label. I love this paint. It's like my new favorite go-to paint. I love how easy it blends. So we're gonna do this drawer right here. After I applied my 1 coat of just regular white paint, I did sand with 400 grit sandpaper. I just had some little nubs, little rough areas that I just wanted to smooth out. I do sand in between each coat that I paint. And I'm gonna tip this down so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, there is my drawer. So, when I was first learning how to blend paint, people described it as like putting on makeup. Now, I don't think I'm that great with makeup. So people are like, oh, it's just like putting on eyeshadow. And I'm like, but I don't really wear eyeshadow. So I had to kind of learn how to do this. The first color that you're going to put down, that lighter color, the white, we're gonna put it like in this section here, okay? Put your lighter color down first. Okay, so here's my white. I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna put it. Putting it right here in the center of my piece. So whatever you're trying to blend, find the center area and lay down your lighter color and bring it out. So I'm gonna bring it out probably right to where the handle holes are on this drawer. And I'm just kind of just slapping it on, not being too picky. Okay, now I have that on. Now I'm gonna take my second smaller brush and now I'm gonna add the lighter blue and I'm gonna go around it, completely around that white color. You're gonna do this too, whatever color you chose. And I work fairly quick with any chalk paint. You'll notice it tends to dry quickly. So you have a little play with it. That's where the water mister comes in. So I'm going all around it. This is a larger drawer. There we go. I should have put my hair up. Too late now. All right. You guys see what I'm doing here? Bringing it all the way around. Okay, this is where my third brush is gonna come into play. So this is the larger of my 3 brushes. I'm gonna get that now. Here's my mister. I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna spray the tip of that brush. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start blending. I'm going from one edge to the next, bringing the white into the blue, bringing the blue into the white. And you'll see it start to blend by itself. The more I go across it, just back and forth. The key to this is to drag your brush from one end to the next. Blending should look natural. I hope this is getting picked up on the camera. And hopefully you're starting to see both these colors merge into one another. And I'm gonna keep, once I notice if your brush starts to hit and drag, like get stuck, you need more water on your brush. It should be moving effortlessly across. I'm gonna do it just a little more over here. And then once you do this, you're going to let it dry. You're gonna quit messing with it. Okay? Blending paint takes some patience, okay? So I just did my first coat on this drawer of blending the white with the blue. When this dries, when I come back to it, if I want to add more dimension, if I know, oh, the white got kind of lost a little bit, I want it brighter, then go over it again. Again, it's up to you how dark or accented you want your blending to look. I'm going to take a picture of this, you guys, because sometimes it comes up better when I take a photo or I do a close-up with the video. So, okay, hope you guys can see better once I do a close-up here. As you can see, the paint is still wet. And it's very subtle, these two colors, not very exaggerated. So I might, on my second go round, go back. I'm not sure yet. So I'm putting a transfer over these drawers, but it's not gonna cover the entire drawer. That's why I want some of the white and the blue to be blended, so it almost looks like a sky in the background behind this transfer. So that's my goal with this. You can see when my paint is wet, it's a lot lighter than when it dries. Now you can see over here. See, I've got a lot of touch-up work to do on this. It's very, very light here. I want this to blend more. I want this whole section to blend more. So I'll be going over that, and maybe I'll have you guys watch me do that. Okay guys, now I'm gonna do the side of the dresser and see if I can get this blended a little better. We'll see what I can do here. What kind of magic I can work. I don't know. It's late. All right, so I'm gonna take my white color and I'm gonna go in the center once again. And I'm just gonna get it on. And if you guys have any tips that you guys use, if you're a pro at blending, drop it in the comment section. I can need all the help I can get. Where's my blue? All right, I got my white on. You can see now it's really white. I'm gonna go back around with my blue. And if you guys want to know these paint colors, I'll let you know here in a minute. These are really, I love this blue. I recently painted a large fork and spoon that's up in my kitchen. You know those like hideous large fork and spoons from the 80s, late 70s? Well, I found a pair at the Goodwill and it reminded me of my mom. So I kept them, but I painted them blue and distressed them, and they look really cool. And they're this blue color. All right, so I'm getting the blue all the way around this white color. And then remember, we're gonna blend it with our third brush, but we're gonna wet the brush before we start blending. All right, here we go. send-off. Right, buddy? He's got his little pajamas on. Got to keep him warm. Okay, you guys, so this completes this tutorial on how to blend 2 paint colors on a piece of furniture. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you have further questions on this method, you can leave it in the comment section below this video, and I'm happy to help you out if you have any more questions. If you aren't following me yet here on YouTube, please do. You can subscribe easily. There is a red button in the lower right-hand corner. You can't miss it. I will be posting pictures of this dresser once I'm done with it. You can find me on Instagram at bethany.yusef. You can also find me on my Facebook business page, and that's here at Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. And until next time, what do we say, Biscuit? We say toodaloo? Toodaloo, you guys. Bye.